Don't look at us. Don't look at us. Don't. Ah!
I like how we tell people to have fun.
Huh?
We tell people to have fun while.
Well,
you know.
I mean, we don't tell people, we encourage fun, Chris,
Okay,
because
okay.
I encourage fun. I like you, Chris, that is bitter and evil and wants to kill all of humanity with just the smell of your onion breath.
Mm-hmm. Onion breath. I just had. I mean, no. I'm drinking. You know what I'm drinking today? I'm drinking Quirk.
Hams. What is it? Does that say? Does it taste like an explode pop?
like
Oh
a
my. That was not supposed to happen.
It's like a
This
rocket
is supposed
pop.
to happen. Yeah, that's
How did
Chris's
you?
favorite.
How did you cut footage of me in my bedroom?
I know, man. Remember that time I was almost gonna hump you in your bed, but you were naked and it was weird.
It's a show by Chris and Neil with all great movies. They are the real deal. We watch them all, so you don't have to. It's movies that don't suck and some that do.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, listeners of all ages, welcome to a new episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
And I'm Chris.
And guys, today we are talking about two new movies out there in the wonderful world. Ones that people thought were going to be the greatest masterpieces of this year, of this summer. And we're going to talk about them right here on Movies That Don't Suck and Some That Do. First, it is the prequel to one of the, this thing is going slow today. It's all your fault.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
Oh, no, we're way off now. Okay, everybody. Sorry, everybody that just joined us. You're going to give us about 5 seconds. We have to zoom in and go in and out. I just have to. Chris, tell them that story about that thing you did with that thing.
So I actually saw Rosemary's Baby for the first time the day before yesterday. I know, whatever, but it's I was telling people that I saw Rosemary's Baby for the first time day before yesterday.
You saw what?
Rosemary's Baby for the first time day before yesterday.
Oh, did you watch that before or after this movie?
Before.
Oh, God. All right. So, this is the sequel to, not the sequel, but the prequel to Rosemary's Baby. You know, the lovely Rosemary's Baby, one of the classics in cinema history. And this is Apartment 7A, which is available on Paramount Plus for everybody to go see. It is starring, oh man, my computer is going really slow, and because of that, nothing is loading up. No, I know, but I loaded it like 3 seconds ago, and it still hasn't loaded. There we go. Thank you. Apartment 7A starring Julia Garner.
You know who you're in business with? They will tear everything you have to the ground. And somehow they'll make you feel like next time it'll all be different. Because you want to believe. They'll make you feel like they fucking care. But Wendy, she's fucking soulless. She will rip your heart out of your chest if it helps her get what she wants.
From Ozarks, so yeah.
Hell yeah. If you don't pull from the Ozarks when it comes to Julia, then I don't know where the hell you're going to pull from. I mean, except for the other awesome things that she does. But still,
yeah,
that's like the number one best place to pull a clip from. Also in this place, the mother of, you can remember, right? Because she was mother in Footloose. She was the mother in Lost Boys. She was the mother in this, right? So or grandmother, I guess, or I don't know. Anyway, Diana West.
Yeah.
The light concealing cream goes on first. Then you blend and blend and blend. Blending is the secret. Mm-hmm. More concealing cream. Your complexion is so fair. Now, this has a touch of lavender in it. Give it a try here. Close enough. Okay, this should do the trick here.
Yeah, where's that from?
Oh, that is definitely from the wonderful and greatest director, one of the best directors of all times, Tim Burton's Edward Scissorhands.
Yeah, so your face after about 5 seconds, you're like, oh, what this was.
I was like, I forgot that she was also the mother in Edward Scissorhands too. Like I said, she is the mother in like every like good movie from the 80s and the 90s, or at least a good part of them. Also in this movie is Kevin McNally.
Curse you for breathing, you slut-jawed idiot! Mother's love. Jack. It's no burn to wake a man when he's sleeping. It's bad luck.
Fortunately, I know how to counter it. The man who did the waking was the man who was sleeping a drink. The man who was sleeping drinks it while listening to a proposition from the man who did the waking.
I'll about do it.
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean.
Gibbs, that's who he played.
Yes, exactly. And last but not least, Mr. Jim. I didn't even recognize him when I was watching the movie until like after when the credits hit, and I was like, "Oh, no way! Is that Mr. Across the Universe himself, Mr. Jim?"
I didn't pull from that though.
No, I'm sure you pulled from 21. Jim Sturgis.
How the fuck did you know that?
Well, I wouldn't really care. I mean, my answer's based on statistics, based on variable change.
Variable change? But he just asked you a simple question.
Yeah, but just changed everything.
Enlighten us.
Well, when I was originally asked to choose a door, I had a 33.3% chance of choosing right. But after he opens one of the doors and then re-offers me the choice, it's now 66.7% if I choose to switch. So yeah, I'll take door number 2, and thank you for the extra 33.3%.
Exactly.
So how did you fucking know with 21?
Oh, because in my algorithm today, that exact clip pulled up.
Oh yeah.
So that meant because I'm attached to my algorithm, I'm attached to my radio stations I work at, algorithm, and our algorithm. Who would have looked at Jim Sturgis, and why would that clip be pulled into my, little shorts and stuff like that? As soon as I saw that, I was like, he pulled from 21.
Well, I just searched in Sturgis on fucking YouTube. So.
Yeah. It's literally it's like I said, that's why. And so this movie is Apartment 7A, guys. It's the one that is the prequel to Rosemary's Baby. We'll talk about it here in a second. This is a long list of people that we're going to get through here, but that's okay because it's the movie that Francis Ford Coppola worked on for 92 years.
And financed himself with $150 million.
120 million.
Well,
that's
whatever.
One of the facts.
God damn.
Anyway, Francis Ford Coppola, he's been talking about making this movie ever since before The Godfather.
Yeah, apparently you even talked a little bit about Lawrence Fishburne on the set of Apocalypse Now about this movie.
Yeah, that's how long ago he's been working on this movie. It is Megalopolis, starring the one, the only, one of the greatest Hoosiers in the entire world, Mr. Adam Driver.
It's time to let old things die. Snoke, Skywalker, the Sith, the Jedi, the Rebels, let it all die. Ray, I want you to join me. We can rule together and bring a new order to the galaxy.
Don't do this,
Please don't go this way.
No, you're still holding on. Let go.
Yeah, that's from The Last Jedi. So
No, really?
Yeah.
He was in that?
Yeah.
Natalie Emmanuel.
You barely know us.
I know enough. Ex-cop, military, something like that. The way you took out them guys shows training. Tech guy, offended by the hacker remark, naturally. Alpha. Mrs. Alpha. Joker.
Wrong. Double alpha. Man candy. You know what I'm saying? Man, sit your candy ass down, man. The disrespect is real around here.
Life is binary. Zeros and ones. Only two things keep a group like this together. Fear or loyalty. And I don't see a drop of fear among you guys.
Where's it from you?
I have no idea. What was that from?
Fast 7.
Oh, was it really? I was like,
Yeah.
I'm sitting here listening. I was like, I don't. Chris really loves Fast and the Furious franchise, guys. If you don't know, that's his thing. Also in this movie, the one, the great, the one, the awesome. I don't think there's a movie this guy's been in that I haven't loved. Everything from Boys in the Hood to The Matrix to gosh, I'm trying to think of all of his movies that he's ever done. I can't even like list them in my head. I'll look while we're playing him. The great Lawrence Fishburne.
This is your last chance. After this, there is no turning back. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill, you stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
There we go. From The Matrix.
He has been working in film and television since 1972.
Oof, it's a long time.
That is a long time. All right. Anyway, also in this movie is the wonderful. Oh, you go for it.
Giancarlo Esposito.
A man provides for his family.
This costs me my family.
When you have children, you always have family. They will always be your priority, your responsibility. And a man provides. And he does it even when he's not appreciated or respected or even loved. He simply bears up and he does it because he's a man.
That is, from one of the greatest shows of all time, Breaking Bad. Playing with those
because he's a man, and the reason he's a man is because I take testosterone now, and it's making me more of a man every day. I almost got 3 bar fights on the way to my desk. Anyway, also in this movie, one of my favorite actresses of all time, even though she plays about the same person in every movie she's in, I absolutely love her for it. The one and only Aubrey Plaza.
You know what? I think men are better than women.
She's kidding.
No, I'm not. They provide for us, and we must obey them because they are our masters.
April, stop it.
Leslie, you'll never land a bow with that domineering tone. We must always walk behind the men.
Yeah, there you go.
You're gonna get us canceled playing things like that. Like, dude, don't do that. Do not cancel us, cancel coach. I see you 17 people. Please don't cancel us.
We're just pulling clips. Sorry,
just pulling clips. Chris is doing it. I'll give you his address if you need it. Chris's ex-boyfriend, Shia LaBeouf.
X.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point or anyone else would quit. And you're not going to stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it!
Yeah, do it, dude.
That is the moment in history that we all knew Shia LaBeouf is completely off his fucking rocker.
It was a little bit more for that, but yeah. I mean,
there's a little bit more before that, but that was the one that we're like, okay, maybe this guy should have medication of some sort. But talking about someone that needs medication, here's John Voight, everybody.
Dreaming? Yeah. Dreaming. That's bullshit. You're not gonna do nothing like that. I'll tell you what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a job. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna get a little job, some job a convict can get, like scraping off trays in the cafeteria or cleaning out toilets. And you're gonna hold on to that job like gold, because it is gold. Let me tell you, Jack, that is gold. You listening to me?
Neil, where's that from?
Midnight Cowboy?
Close. Runaway Train.
I was going to say that or I know it wasn't.
You said really matter, yeah. If I kept the way going, if I kept going, he would call the guy motherfucker. If he would have kept going, they would have called the guy motherfucker. But
yeah, we could have fooled anything. John Voight's been around since the beginning of time. All right, Chris, tell it. That's Megalopolis. We'll be reviewing that here in a moment. Chris, tell everybody where we're at.
You can find us online, moviesdon'tsuck.net. We're on Facebook.com/moviesdon'tsuck podcast. We're on Twitter at MTS Podcast. I'm sorry. We're on X MTS Podcast. We're on Instagram at MTS Podcast. We're at W2Mnet.com. W2MMoviesnet.com. You'll find us there. Well, a bunch of other really cool podcasts. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/moviesdon'tsuck. Go to Blackwood-Productions at TeePublic. You'll find our shirts there. Go Bonfire accounts. Search Movies Don't Suck and Sunday. You'll find more shirts of this there. If you're watching, you need to subscribe. While you're watching, like it, just need to tell your friends with that shit. Also, if you guys want a sticker, I still got some left.
He still has some left, is what he said, folks. He still has some left.
So if you guys want a sticker,
I have some that are. If you see me out there, I just filled up a new wallet so I could take it to Atlanta. So I got it. It's literally got 2 credit cards, my ID, and like 20 stickers.
So if you guys want a sticker, just go ahead and send us a message. I'll pay for postage. This is a free sticker, fucking free. All right.
Yes. Or if you do see the sticker, click on the QRC code. Add us, subscribe, like us, make us notifications, ring the bell, all that stuff, because we want to get paid the monies from the big ad people.
I'd like to quit my regular job.
yeah. Anytime. Just make sure you like, subscribe, follow, all the above, because the more we get at that, the more money we get for ads. And if we don't start doing that, our wives are going to divorce us.
That's
both our wives got together. They called us and they said, if you don't make money off the podcast, we're divorcing you, and you guys are going to die alone. But we're not going to be alone, because we'll have each other.
That's right. We'll be each other, divorced men together. Who is on today?
Today we're talking about the 403 Club. The 403 Club is one of Kansas City's premier pinball clubs. A clean little neighborhood bar that, with an excellent craft beer selection and 11 rotating pinball games. Happy hours from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Every day. Dartboard and internet jukebox as well. Great place to hang out with friends and catch the game. They also host pinball tournaments that are open to the public every Monday night at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. You can also and every first Saturday at 5 p.m. as well. They encourage all skill levels to come participate. You may even learn some tips and tricks to help you along the way. Their Kansas City's area's pinball players are very nice, and they are very helpful to get you on the road. And so these are a few pictures. I have not been to this place because I have not been to Kansas City in like 92 years. I like the pinball games. I want the Dr. No one here. There's another one I saw. That one. Yeah, I played that one before, though. I like that one. That's a good.
Yeah.
That's a favorite of mine. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, that's just the outside of the bar. Let's see. We got the Jaws, the original. They redid their bar, and it looks like a is that a bowling alley?
It's a with the
No,
disc
that's
game
a bowling
thing.
alley. No,
Okay,
that's a bowling alley.
Whoops, I'm wrong.
I bet you they got bowling alley floors somewhere from someone. I like that back porch too.
Yeah, I want to mention that
But-
every time there's a derby game, the after party is a 403 club. So
What?
every time there's a derby game, a roller derby game, the after party is a 403 club. So yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so the 403 Club is a place that supports local roller skating as well, roller derby. So you can check them out. You can go to facebook.com/the 403 Club, or you can check them out at Instagram at instagram.com/403 Club. If you go to Google and you Google 403 Club and it says 403club.com, do not follow that link because it does not exist. You think your co-host would send you a link that exists? You know.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude. You found it though. You're good, dude.
I was like, "What is this? Why am I going to Japan? Why is somebody telling my Gmail is going wrong? What do you mean I got to give you $10,000?"
I thought you were a king, but you know what? Let's talk movies. Let's get to it, dude. Let's talk about.
All right, yeah, let's jump into this song, bitch.
Apartment 7A, directed by Natalie Erica James. She's directed such things as, man, not a whole lot. Relic from 2020, and that's the other one's a shorts that you have to work hard to find. This is written by Natalie Erica James, Christina White, Skylar James. This stars Julia Garner as Terry Ginafiro.
You know who you're in business with?
Diane Wiest plays Minnie Castevet.
The light concealing cream goes on first.
Kevin McNally plays Roman Castevet.
Curse you for breathing, you slut-jawed idiot!
Jim Sturgis plays Alan Marchand.
Well, I wouldn't really care. I mean, my answer's based on statistics, based on variable change.
Mara Weising plays Annie Ling. Rosie McEwen plays Vera Clark. Andrew Buchanan plays Leo Watts. And that is, we'll say Patrick Lister plays Dr. Saperstein. Neil, why don't you go read the storyline for Apartment 7A?
I don't think it's a storyline, sir. I believe it's a novel.
Okay, I mean, you don't have to read
But
it.
I got it. An ambitious young dancer, Terry, dreams of fame and fortune in New York City. But after suffering a devastating injury, an older wealthy couple welcomes her into the home in their luxury apartment building, the Bramford. When fellow resident and influential Broadway producer offers her another chance at fame, it seems that all her dreams are finally coming true. However, after an evening she can't fully remember, disturbing circumstances soon have her second-guessing the sacrifices she's willing to make to her career. Soon she realizes that something evil is leaving, not only in the apartment 7A, but in Bramford itself.
Hail Satan.
Hail Satan.
Yeah. So, this movie, I watched Rosemary's Baby the first time.
I'm surprised. Okay, one. I gotta throw this out before you continue with that sentence.
God damn it!
How the hell have you never seen Rosemary's Baby? You, out of all people,
I know,
that literally have the witch tattooed, Black Phillip from the Witch tattooed.
I know, yeah.
Like, I feel like Rosemary's Baby, the original Rosemary's Baby, is right up your fucking alley.
And
I think that's the original slow burn horror movie right there, man.
And it's a fantastic movie too. I love that movie.
Yes. Okay, but anyway, continue, and I will not interrupt this time.
And Mia Farrow is so damn cute.
Amazing. It's so creepy, so like eerie. That movie just hits all the spots everywhere.
So they retconned for this prequel. They retconned a little bit of it, which whatever. But they changed a few things to make it more thing. But if you've seen Rosemary's Baby, you know who Terry is, and you know what happens to her at the end. Which, in a way, you're sort of painting yourself into a corner that way because
Yeah.
and so the movie's not bad. It's fine. It's cool, but when you know how it ends, you're kind of like, cool. That's how we got there. Like it's just packing on the information. Uh, it's Julie Garner's great. Like she's great in everything she's in. And Diane West is fantastic. Like the cast of vets, they're exactly as I remember them from the Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
And Jim Sturgis, I haven't seen that guy in a while. He's very attractive. But
And not just Jim Sturgis, but you gotta give it up to the mom. That's the mom and everything. Where's she at? Boom. Like literally her playing that part is what made this movie any good. You know what I'm saying? Like, not the acting isn't the problem with this movie, but you continue on.
Here's the problem with the movie: is it follows the almost exact same storyline as Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, that's why I was upset that you I didn't rewatch Rosemary's Baby because I have a pretty good fucking idea what Rosemary's Baby is. I've owned it on VHS, DVD, and I fall asleep to it every now and then when I go to bed. Like it's one of my favorite horror movies of all time. It's what I consider one of the most classic horror movies of all time.
It's a classic one. Yeah, 1968, man. That's old.
Yeah. But my problem is just exactly what you said. It is a 100% rehash. You barely learn any new information.
No, yeah, I would like a little bit more horror, but in this one, they even the more horror you get is just explained away by they cut it off early because it's just like you're like, what the fuck? Like, really, they're gonna do that? They didn't do this in the first one, but they went ahead and they're like, oh, we need to hit 10 minutes out of this. Let's make this scene go away with this really simple explanation. So yeah, it's basically the same thing as Rosemary's Baby,
right?
Almost the exact same thing, and that's the problem. And it's also because of that the beats are predictable. You know what I mean?
It was just like everything that went out, that like it was just so much like Rosemary's Baby that it was just like I wanted something new. I thought we were gonna get like a different version, a different side, a different thing. Maybe that she's going insane because Rosemary's going insane. I don't know. I was wanting something original, and that's the problem. It was not original. It was just like, seriously, I'm hitting the wrong movie, ain't I? Gosh dang it. But
you're just flashing up photos. Look at that. There you go.
But those two right there made the movie. Yeah. The good parts of it right there, whereas the old couple that played what's their names?
The Castavets, Roman and
Castavets, yeah, Manny and all them Castavets. But it's just like I'd rather just go watch Rosemary's Baby. Like it's just like it was great. They tried. But if you're gonna make a prequel or a sequel to a movie, I feel like you need to add something that's gonna justify you making that sequel or that prequel. You didn't really add nothing to this. All you did is already you told us a story we already knew. Like if you watch Rosemary's Baby, you know what happens to the dancer. You already know that they give their side of the story and the movie Rosemary's Baby. And so this movie is basically made for people who haven't seen Rosemary's Baby, for them to watch it and then go watch Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah, I mean, I did the opposite. I watched Rosemary's Baby first.
Yeah, I mean, that's literally what Apartment 7A is made for. It was made for people to watch it and then they go seek out Rosemary's Baby. And it's like, oh, hey, here's a movie. Let us show you how it's done. Now go look up Rosemary's Baby because that's how it's done better.
Yeah, and also
exact same story.
And they kind of a little bit of it. Like I'm not gonna say anything, but I say the laundry room scene is completely different than what you'd expect, especially when you know how it goes from there. But I mean, it wasn't terrible. I wasn't upset that I watched it, but it's hard to justify its existence. when you don't
Yes,
add
that's it.
anything.
It's very hard to justify. That's 100%. I agree with Chris on that one. It is hard to justify its existence because there's no reason we need to see this movie. There's no reason that this movie needs to exist because Rosemary Baby already did it. So it's like, and it's not bad by any means. This movie's not a bad movie. Every actor did a great job. Like Julie did a great job as the ballerina. But the thing is, it's just a play for play of Rosemary's Baby.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing they're missing is, her being married, I think, was the only thing that they're missing.
Practically.
It's just a different perspective. So, Chris, on that note, let's just go for it. Chris, give me that score.
My score's like a 3, 2.8 maybe. It's not terrible. Like I said, it's not a bad movie. It's just there, and it didn't need to be made at all. But again, the things I like about I like seeing more of the cast of vets. I like seeing I like seeing Julie Garner and other things. But that's like I can't say it needs to be there. So
yeah, I agree with you that there's no reason in heaven nor hell why this thing should even exist. So I am going to get it, of course. I think I'm just going to do a 3 because you know what, I did like the old people that they gave me very creepy vibes.
There was one thing. There are two things I like about it. Is the Sparkly Devil, which is pretty cool, and then there's a scene where a girl gets hurt while dancing. Actually made me go. Actually, I was at home by myself. I go, oh my god. That's what I said. But,
me and my wife were watching it, and right when that part when the dancer gets injured, we're just like, all right, now I'm interested. Now I wasn't really interested. Now I'm interested. And then
sadly they didn't keep that up. So
and then like that's literally that part, and that's the end of that. Like we never see anything like that ever again.
No. But Apartment 7A, you guys can watch it on Paramount Plus. It's spooky season. I guess you could do worse. And I think if you like Rosemary's Baby, I guess it's worth maybe taking a look at it if you're like a super fan, just so you can either take it apart or just like maybe like know more. But it's on Paramount Plus. Neil, but we know where I'm at right now. I'm on RedTomatos.com. Was the audience? I'm sorry, they don't call it the answer. It's called the popcorn meter. Was the popcorn meter or was the popcorn meter on
38%?
69%.
Ooh, 69.
Now, what is the critic score on this one?
2. No, it's gonna be 71.
39%.
Oh, with the so yeah, okay, yeah. I did it the opposite way.
Yeah, critics' consensus is Apartment 7A is slickly assembled and solidly acted, but the lingering memory of Rosemary's Baby and predictable prequel template make for a subpar release. So I'll go read a bad review and a good review because it's a good review. This is crazy. 5 stars. He says co-writer director Natalie Erica James delivers a fierce pro-abortion horror prequel to Rosemary's Baby that twists the cinematic knife into the mad conspirators that overturned Roe versus Wade. So this person's going deep into it, thinking that Natalie Erica James is talking about that. I'm not quite sure she is. And this is from this is from James Kendrick, a Q Network Films X. He says, answers to all the questions no one was asking. The fact that it does so with slick, stylish aplomb and few scenes that work with genuine horror does not negate the film's fundamental lack of necessity. Yeah, that's kind of what we said.
That's exactly what we said.
Yeah. So we don't need it. The movie wasn't made. Well, I don't know why it was made. Someone said, "Hey, we had this idea for a prequel," and people in Paramount was like, "Did Rosemary's Baby make money?" They're like, "Yeah." Like, "Oh, this might make money," and so they went and greenlit it.
I mean, they put it on Paramount Plus, so they didn't even have faith for it to go into the theater.
I know what's going on. There's good stuff on there, right? Like the offers on there. That's a good television program, right?
You're a good offer.
Okay, fine. Neil, are you ready to get into news on this week?
Yes, let's do some news. This is the movie from Suck and some of the news. I read stuff to Chris because he does not have internet because he lives in a cornfield with his other Amish brothers.
Mm-hmm. I want to run spring right now, though. Let's bring it on.
All right, let's get into the sad part of the week and talk about the great actor. He's only known for acting. He's never done anything else ever in his entire existence. Chris Christopherson.
Oh, yeah.
He's never done anything else but movies like Blade and Stars Born. He's never been in a band with any other legendary guitar player, singer guys. Never been on the highway, man. But yeah, the great Chris Christopherson, one of the greats, not only in movies but also American songwriter and actor, has passed away at the tender age of 88. Which I feel like if I make it to my 80s, man, I did it.
Yeah, I did too. I'm surprised.
I didn't think I was going to make it past. I was 18 years old, you know, especially with the people I used to hang out with and the family I have. I can't believe half my family's still alive. But anyway, we've made some really poor choices in life, Chris. A lot of poor choices. Robert Englund explains the way that he could play Freddy Krueger is only one way and one way again. And he goes, "There's no Freddy left in me. I could possibly voice a really high-end animated version. That would be the nice to be asked to do, but I don't know I can do fight scenes anymore. I'm an old man. If I have to move at the wrong angle, I'm snapping my neck. And because I'm an old dog, and now give me a break. Stop asking."
I mean, how old is Robert Englund? He close to,
I did not look that up. That is not part of what I did. But while you're looking that up, I'll tell you the most exciting news of the week right now. We're getting a live action CGI hybrid movie of the Rugrats.
Do we need that though? I don't feel like we need it.
I mean, can it be any worse than Garbage Pail Kids?
Well, I mean, I remember I watched Rugrats growing up. I know it's Tommy and Chucky and Phil and Lilo and Angelica. I know all that shit. But
yeah. I mean,
but I think by the time I was even a kid, I was a little too old for Rugrats. I was more into Kids. So, but Robert Englund said he's 7, by the way, if you guys are wondering. But yeah, man, I guess go for it. I'm wondering live action how that's gonna work. You know,
I have no idea. Do you just make their heads big with the CGI?
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be gross, man.
Remember Saw 10?
Oh yeah, dude. We watched Saw 10.
Mm-hmm. Well, it convinced him. He believes, so we believe. So we're gonna say his name, and he's going to appear. That's right. Tobin Bell is official for Saw 11. The Jigsaw will be coming back. Hopefully they just redo the story and just say, or whatever. I don't give a shit. I just want him back. So I don't care what you tell me. I don't care. You can tell me any stories you want in your entire life. You can be like, a magical genie came down and brought him back to life after giving him a bowl of Lucky Charms. I don't care. Just bring him back.
Yeah, they're like,
just bring him back.
Psych, you're not sick, or something like that. You know, like. But yeah, I don't know, man. We and I quite like the last one. I wouldn't find they didn't do another one, but hey, Saw's all about making sequels, so I'll do another one. I'll see another sequel.
Yeah, all about talking about sequels, Chris. Guess what Netflix has the complete rights to? The entire novels of the Uglies series.
Right.
The Uglies is a movie that we reviewed last week on episode 336. But the Uglies is now they're talking about making the second movie already. Yeah, he goes, yes, my deal with them is to adapt all the books and both quadrilogies. So he has another series besides Uglies. I'm guessing it's going to be called The Princess. And it doesn't say in the. But it is 100%. They have all the rights to all the books, so they are going to figure out if
some writers are really precious about their books, so they won't let people buy the rights for it. But if you made these books and they're done, they're like, we would buy this for $7 million, and you're kind of sitting in your shitty house, you're like, yeah, I could use a home theater. So like, and they're like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and make whatever you want out of this. You know,
you are a home theater.
That's pretty slick on air sign. Who got you?
But anyway. Anyway, so Clint Eastwood was done. He's for new. He claimed that he was retired fishing for new. He claimed that he was retired. He will be making another movie. He's already looking at scripts. Talking about other movies, The Apprentice is getting slammed by networks as cowards, or The Apprentice distributor is slamming networks and calling them cowards after a controversial decision. Now, major networks like ABC and CBS has decided not to run any of the TV spots of the new movie coming out.
It's about that TV show, right? The Apprentice with the
it's about the ups and comings of Donald Trump back in the early days.
Oh, fuck that! Like, yeah, that guy, man.
No, they're. I mean, it's Sebastian Stan playing him, and half the cast is from like Billions.
Oh yeah. I mean, what do you think about it?
And or not Billions, but Succession.
Okay.
And yeah, so it's basically ripping him apart for being such a piece of shit.
Okay. Oh, and they're like, we don't want to talk shit about that former president.
All right, let's see here. Director Smile 2 says he's got another story for a third movie to come out. Okay. Channing Tatum and Kristen Dunst are going to be in a true crime movie called Roofman.
All right. Roofman.
Yeah, we need more. We need more than that. Let's see. The rooftop robber or Roofman. It's a nickname that's given the robbing of then 60 McDonald's restaurants by breaking into the roof and locking the employees in the freezer. That is the story they're going to be telling with Kristen Dunst and Channing Tatum. I'm down. I am down. Yeah. I want every moment of that. The movie that we're reviewing for next week, Wolf, is now the #1 most watched anything ever on its platform.
You guys just we got Mark coming on the podcast talk Wolves and what's the other one we're talking about? Some other movie? Oh yeah, Joker Folly of Dicks. Yeah,
we're going to talk about Joker feels his dicks and Wolves are going to be the two things that we're going to be doing. I can't wait to see Joker now.
No man, but you're not. You're kind of upset about it.
I know I've only saw like a bunch of
people just talking about
it. Dad just ripping it apart.
Maybe we'll like it. Maybe we'll like it.
Maybe we'll like it. Who knows?
That's what happens when I go to a movie. I don't think I'll like it. Maybe I'll like it. Just me. But a lot of times it's wrong.
The distributor of the movie, The Substance, Mubi, has now got its highest box office to date, with The Substance coming in at $14.8 million. You guys should be definitely popping those numbers up. If you want a movie during spooky season that's gonna fuck with your brain for the 2 days, The Substance is that movie, guys. Scream 7 finally lands a release date, and that is going to be in March. Is that what they're saying? That's what they said. So it's going to be in it's going to be February 27th of 2026. So we got a year and a half to wait.
Okay.
A year and 2 months, whatever. So whatever, that is what it is. Daniel Day-Lewis is coming back to acting for just one time for his son's new film Animan.
Yeah.
So he's going to be acting one more time.
That's cool. I mean,
which I'm sure. I don't
saying-
know if it's cool. I mean, is he going to abuse everybody like he did before?
Oh yeah, I heard about that. He was a bit of a hard to work with, they say.
Everybody's favorite girl from Euphoria, Sydney Sweeney, is doing a boxing biopic that adds sci-fi and Western stars to it. They just added the biopic is focusing on former pro boxer Christy Martin. It's directed by David Micken. The untitled movie tells the story of Martin, the first female boxer elected into the International Boxing Hall of Fame. So that's really cool. The people that it added from the Mandalorian, let's see. From the Mandalorian and Ant-Man, Wasp, and the Quantum Zone, there'll be star Katie O'Brien will be owning it, and Hell or High Water co-lead Ben Foster will be joining the movie as well. Yes, so both of them will be added to that movie as well. That'll be awesome. Let's see what else we got here. Nobody cares about that. Nobody cares about that. There's a 4K coming out of the most nastiest movie of all time. You know what movie? What's the most nastiest movie? A movie you could not make today by any means. There's no way. Any other movie could probably be made somehow, but this is the only movie in the history of cinema that could not be remade at this time.
Pink Flamingos.
No, I think that one would get away with.
Okay, which one? What is it, dude?
Blazing Saddles gets a 4K, so I can't wait to see that because it always creeps me out to see people look realistic. From it's like it does.
You're like that's too close to when they were alive.
Del Toro has tweeted that Frankenstein is a wrap. So that's going to be cool. Next March or April is when we're getting Happy Gilmore 2. That has come out.
Wait, so that soon? Okay, wow, that's a quick turnaround. I guess like when you're releasing on Netflix, you don't need a whole lot of like everything else. Like, you just hand them the hard drive and like, here it is. Okay, yeah. There's not a whole lot of setting up.
Yeah. Oh, a movie that we're gonna add to our streaming want list for this year. It started yesterday. Oh, Chris, you're gonna hate when I tell you this.
Oh no, what is it?
Now streaming on Peacock is a sequel to one of the greatest horror movies of all time. That's right. You can go see both Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey, and Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey Part 2 on the Peacock. Oh my God. Guess what? We're totally watching.
Are you Pooh Bearing it right now?
Am I what? No, I am not Pooh Bearing right now. All right. So Marvel's, or not Marvel, but Wicked has confirmed that it is a 2-part movie.
Yeah, I know. And
part 1 is going to be longer than the play.
I saw the play, but I told you the story about the play getting drunk shit.
Yeah, you got naked and got kicked out or something.
I got like the most drunk I've ever been was at one weekend, but I don't know why they're splitting it up, man. They don't need to do that at all. Everyone I know, including my wife, is upset by it.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Money making. Money.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish it off with some. Well, first, Alec Baldwin's controversial movie Rust finally gets a debut date.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
I can't believe they're gonna release it.
I can't believe they're releasing. It says after the manslaughter charge, Rust will debut at the I'm trying to say this right. Energia Samarjid International Cinematography Film Festival in Poland is where it will first release, and it doesn't say when that is. So whenever that is.
All right, we'll hear about it for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get on. Okay, the last two stories, I think I saved these two for last. One, Blade, the remake from Marvel, which has had so many problems, is on the road again.
Oh yeah, finally.
Blade has undergo massive script rewrites. At least 5 writers now. There's take the crack at the story. According to a report, after a series of interviews with different directors wishing to direct the film, because I'm sure a bunch of directors want to try and film an MCU movie. Marvel has come from James Samuel. Samuel's film debut was in 2021. The star-studded Netflix Western feature, The Harder They Fall, which was which Jonathan Majors was the actor in that. So that's just kind of funny in that.
We saw that.
But he's the one that they say is greenlit it to be the director.
He definitely did have a style about it. So like I'd be interested to see what he does with Blade. But yeah, what else you got? You got one more? Because I have one more.
One more, and this is the best one. Are you ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
James Gunn has announced that he is doing a new hybrid animated DC movie, and it is called the Dynamic Duo, which means Robin is getting added to the universe of the DCU, and this one is going to be talking about Dick Grayson into Jason Todd. Now, if you don't know who Jason Todd people is, Jason Todd is the Robin who was murdered by the Joker back in the 80s. It was the first time you could call a 1-800 number and vote for people to get murdered.
Oh my God.
Yeah, and he got like you could save him. He could just be the same, or he could be just be the same or be different, or they could slaughter him. And literally, like 80% of the people called to kill the bastard.
Kill Dick Grayson off?
And yeah, and he came back as the Red Hood later on. He is now the Red Hood. Spoiler alert for a comic book that's over 20 years old.
Hold on, is the Red Hood a good or bad guy?
Red Hood was bad. Now he's good.
Okay, all right.
At first, he was killing, and I guess they just forgave him for like chopping off a bunch of heads.
Well, that's what Batman does. He doesn't kill anyone. He just says, "Go to jail," and now we're friends. Yeah.
Yep. So this will tell the story of both Robins, those Robins. Which, if they have to tell that one, I'm sure they got to talk about Tim Drake, because the Jason Todd leads right into Tim Drake. I don't know what they're doing, but anyway, it's greenlit. We're going to learn about the Robins, which gives me a good idea that maybe we're going to get a Robin in the actual DC universe. I want the DCU to start looking like fucking the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because DC was really bad about having because DC has all these superheroes that really they only have like one little power, and it's not really like Spider-Man has like 6 different powers, Captain America has a bunch of different powers, but like in the DC it's just like, oh, here's Green Lantern. He can form things out of green things. Oh, here's Red Hurricane. He makes hurricanes.
All right.
Yeah, but anyway, that's the news.
All right.
That was the movies that don't suck and some of them news. I told Chris a bunch of stuff just so we can get right to this part where we talk another movie.
Real quick before we talk about this, so Pink Floyd sold their record, their all their money music to Sony for $400 million. Are you ready to see it in a bunch of movies now? Like a bunch of Pink Floyd music showing up in previews, like slowed down and changed up.
Hey, Hugh.
Yeah. Megalopolis, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. He's directed such things as, I'll just list the good ones: Godfather, The Godfather Part 2, The Conversation, and we'll talk Apocalypse Now, which was great. This stars Adam Driver as Caesar Catalina.
It's time to let old things die.
This also stars Giancarlo Esposito as Mayor Cicero.
A man.
Also, Natalie Emmanuel as Julia Cicero.
You barely know us.
Aubrey Plaza as WoW Platinum.
You know what? I think men are better than women.
Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf is Claudia Poulter.
Do it!
Also, Lawrence Fishburne is Fundy Romaine.
This is your last chance.
And this John Voight as Hamilton Crassius.
Dreaming? Yeah.
Also, this stars Talia Shire as Constance Cassius Kelly. Jason Schwartzman shows up as Jason Zanders. Catherine Hunter, Teresa Cicero. Grace Vanderwall as Vesta Sweetwater. James Remar is Charles Catherine. D.B. Sweeney is Commissioner Stanley Hart. And we'll say Balthasar Getty.
22 minutes later, Chris will be getting done with the complete cast of this movie.
And now the storyline, for this movie.
No, I mean, there's just so many people in this damn movie. I wasn't making fun of you. I'm just being honest. There's so many people in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But the storyline of Megalopolis, the city of New Rome, hosts the conflict between Caesar Catalina, a brilliant artist in favor of a utopian future, and a greedy mayor, Franklin Cicero. But between them is Julia Cicero, her royalty divided between her father and her beloved.
I want you to start this one out because I have one thing to say, but I want you to start before I just.
Cool. Why? No, I'm just kidding. All right, let me get into it. This movie was really good for the first half. The first half had me. I was like, okay, it's kind of artsy, it's kind of weird. I get where it's going. And then it seemed like after the first half of this movie didn't even know where the hell it wanted to go.
So the thing is, Neil, is that for the first half, you're giving Francis Ford Coppola the benefit of the doubt that it will come together, that it will start to make sense.
Yeah.
But I about 10 minutes in, I'm like, this is a fucking dumpster fire. I hate this thing.
I didn't. Okay, it's not a dumpster fire. Okay, there are good parts to this movie. Before Chris rips it apart, we will talk about the good parts first.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing I liked about it.
All right.
I like Shia LaBeouf character in this one.
So one thing I absolutely love is some of the visuals of this movie. Like things like this, like there was good visual, like it was beautiful in some parts. Even the way that the costumes were and everything. And I got it. It's like a futuristic Rome. I got that what it was. Like I felt it. I was like, yes, I'm with you. I want this to work. I want this all reality to be great and awesome. Please be awesome. And then there's just like a certain point in the movie, and it's going to be different for everyone. So it just matters where you're at in your world and what you know in movies or how good you are at foreshadowing and believe me, it doesn't matter. Where at some point you're just going to be like, there is no deeper meaning. This movie is just shite.
And you're like, it's like, man, I was so frustrating watching this movie because you're like, okay, so I went to the ultimate IMAX experience. So that means that before the movie, there's a 25-minute Q&A with Francis Ford Coppola, Robert De Niro, and Spike Lee, and they were just talking. And Francis Ford Coppola was sucking his own dick during this thing. I talking about he was like, at first they didn't like Apocalypse Now. You know that they didn't like it, but now they do. I believe that will be the idea with Megalopolis. And I was like, and then it
got so lost in the second and third act. First act.
This was so poorly directed that you really had no clue what's going on for most of it.
Well, dude, I am not gonna blame the director. I am going to now listen to this. Listen to this. Listen why. I am gonna blame him, but he's gonna be part of a complete family. because obviously him and the editor and the cinematographer all had different ideas of what movies they were filming. And that's why there's scenes that look elevated and beautiful, like, say, this scene looks beautiful and elevated. This scene, beautiful and elevated. You know, that it's elegant, but it's trashy and it's you know, above. It looks so good. But then you got scenes like this that now we look like we're in the Dark Knight.
So I feel like that every actor in this movie thought they were made in a different movie. So it seems like every actor's doing a different movie, and that's what they got. I read that.
No, do you know what? That's a good way to talk about it right there. It does feel like each one of the actors are doing a completely different movie. That I completely agree with that saying. That is
So
a great.
So I read about the production of this thing. So here's something that happened. There were days when the people would come on set, and Francis Ford Coppola had no idea what they're going to do that day. He'd be in his trailer smoking weed, and he'd come out after a couple hours of smoking weed and saying, "This is what we're doing." And he's like, "They're like, we didn't plan this." Like, "It's okay." He's like, "This is in the script." It's like, "We'll do it anyway." So
Man, I think for years this was the one that got away from Francis Ford Coppola, because for years, like yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. Is like, I think he had an idea, and believe me, I see the idea.
Oh.
I see exactly what this movie could have been, and it's right there in front of us.
He had the concept and idea.
Yeah, there's an idea there, and it was really good. Like I really liked like the Colosseum. I like, you know, I like the identification of like, if the Colosseum falls, all of society falls. It's like old Rome. All right, so for people that don't know this, I actually, when I was younger, I was really overly obsessed with like Greek and Roman mythology and stuff like that. So I see the undertones of like using you know, things of the story of Julius Caesar, the story of the fall of Rome. Like I see like these reflections of stories that he's trying to tell, but it was in such a shitty way that like it was just like none of it concurred. Like the actors all did good if you just understood what movie they were trying to act in.
It's so tonally uneven. Like it goes from scene to scene with no like rhyme or reason. There's the scenes that just seem rushed. There's stuff that happens you didn't go back to. They never do. Like it's just so fucking weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like, at first I thought it was on purpose.
No, it's just hard to follow because it's hard to follow.
Well, no, that's why. Well, see, that's what I'm saying. Because, like, you know, there's like when you first see Memento, you don't really know what the hell's going on. The first time you see, you know what I'm saying? That's what I was going with. I was like, man, I'm seeing this movie. It's kind of confusing me. Maybe that's why he shortened it to 2 hours, because originally it was supposed to be 6 hours or something like that.
I really feel like he would have benefited from making this a 6-part miniseries on Max or something.
Yeah, I feel like if that middle, and if each area had room to breathe and he had room to tell a story, maybe he could have got all his ideas. Because there's an idea. Where's it at? I'm sorry, I think I stopped him. Is that it? No. Which one was it? There is this fact. He wanted to use the technology from. Maybe I didn't put this fact in there. Maybe it was something I just read anyway. So anyway, there was originally there was a scene where like a building got exploded by an airplane from a terrorist from each family trying to fight each other. And he took that out because he wrote that in like 1989.
Yeah.
And it was literally in then right after the 9/11.
It's too prophetic, yeah.
Yeah, it was too close to it. So he took it out of this movie. And I'm like, so where would that have worked in this movie?
Yeah. This
like I read some facts and I just couldn't understand. I don't understand what I get that the fall of society is kind of like the pinpoint on this, and it's about business versus the poor. I get that overall, but it doesn't really. It kind of just says here, this is how it ended,
So,
and it's so non-climatic.
So, Francis Coppola, if you guys don't know, it's pretty famous. He's financed $120 million to make this. He sold some wineries and he built the money, and he funded himself. Which, hey, hats off, right? Like,
There it is.
yeah, hats off to doing that. But then you make this, and I fucking wonder where that money went. Because I do know that at one point he fired all his special effects people. He did that, and that
You know
means
what?
that a lot of people after that, a lot of people walked off, because Francis Coppola is notoriously hard to work with because he's a director, he's an auteur, he has his own vision. But I don't like. I don't want to say senile, but this is such a
No.
mess.
Chris, I'm gonna wave in there for a second because
Yeah, sure,
just
sorry.
if we talk about this, you know what this guy did? He made a movie that he wanted to see with his $120 million with some of the most famous actors in the entire history of movies, and he made it with his own money, with the people he liked as much as he could to try to get the vision that he wanted. This movie was made for Francis Ford Coppola, Coppola, but it was not made for anybody else. That's the problem. It was like he understands what's missing from it to make the story better, but we don't because we don't know what he wanted to do originally.
Yeah, he I forget Dustin Hoffman's in this, guys. But he wanted to make this movie, and I'm sure that's super personal to him, and it means a lot to him. But it's just it's a mess of a movie. It's I was excited for it, man. I was thinking, watch this be good, and it wasn't. It wasn't good. It was bad. It was not a good movie. It was upsetting when I walked out of it, and I said I was there.
Oh, dude,
I was there with my brother and my brother and my friend Bobby, and we stood by the door and that same see like we do when we form a circle, talk about what we just saw, and we're like, that was a piece of shit, and it was. This movie is not good, guys. I now, like Neil said, this is a movie not made for anyone else but FFC. So FFC made this movie. He hoped we like it, but it doesn't matter to him because he made what he wanted to make.
Yeah.
I have so many questions about it that won't get answered.
Yeah,
like,
I get no answer. You get no answers during this entire movie whatsoever.
Like, is he fucking magic? Like, what's the deal?
Yeah,
did
you
he
get no answers. You get no answers. Like,
did he find Did he find Megalon, or did he make it, or did he have to, like, the only way?
Why,
like,
how did it just appear randomly?
Is it like Doctor Strange's cape? Like,
how did all of a sudden it was like it wasn't a thing? He was just thinking about it. The thing happens, and then 5 seconds later, it exists.
Oh man, I wanted so much.
I was so confused. I was confused about so many things.
This movie was confounding. There are some parts of it that I really like, which is any scene with Shia LaBeouf in it, and any scene with Aubrey Plaza in it, because they're so skeevy and gross. Like I was seeing what Aubrey Plaza was doing to Shia LaBeouf. I'm like,
I don't want to spoil the movie for anybody if they want to go watch it. But okay, Chris, we got to just do this and get this done. We're just bashing this movie for like 10 minutes. All right, so my score on this is I like that everybody was in their own movie. And I like that. I like that saying. I really feel like that's a good saying. Man, I had fun laughing at Shia LaBeouf as that character. I saw what Adam Driver seemed like he was like in an old Greek play, and like Shia LaBeouf looked like he was drunk and just wanted to come to work every day.
He was having fun.
And like, I don't know, but
he's a great actor. Shia LaBeouf's a good actor,
he just he killed that part. So I'm gonna give it a good solid. I'll give it a 3.3. I'll give it a 3.3.
Shitting me? Really, you're doing that? Because
I mean, I don't like that none of it comes together correctly or anything like that. But
you appreciate the ambition. Is that what you're saying?
I would actually give this a rewatch just to see if maybe I'm being too, but I was trying, I didn't go in thinking I was going to see the greatest movie of all time. I literally just went in very plain on this. And so I don't know. I think I need to give it another try. Maybe I'll give it a better rating. But like, it's just like the whole ending of the movie just doesn't make sense though. And I don't
know how you in this above a score that's above average.
Oh, I didn't want to give it a 3. The exact is the apartment. Okay, it's a 3.
And mine's a 2.2 on this. This movie sucks. Like I hated this thing, and I wanted to like it. I really did, but just there's so much wrong with it. It's just so confounding. You know, like
yeah, there's a lot wrong with it. Okay, I'll lower mine to 2.8, and the reason why is because this is a movie you can put on in a bar, and it's great to have as a backdrop just to look at pretty pictures. Boom, there you go. That's why.
I'm not even with you there because like I thought a lot of it was just fucking ugly. I'm like,
I love the little like cartoony look like here and there. I really like that, like that kind of imagery like that. Like I like that. That stuff kind of made me happy. Oh, man.
Okay.
And yeah, and then I mean, like, come on, look at some of these. This is,
okay,
especially City for Sale. I love the way that he did that.
So this I don't like this movie at all. I kind of hate it.
All right, cool. Let's move on. What did Rotten Tomatoes say?
Okay. You said 2.8. I'm saying 2.4. 2. That's 2.2, didn't I? 2.2. All right, Neil. What's the writing score for Megalopolis and Rotten Tomatoes?
62%.
35%.
Ah, okay. Then I'll just stay down there.
What is the
41% for the critic score.
46%. You're close.
Yes, I knew they were.
Okay, so McChristen says more of a creative manifesto than a conjured narrative feature. Francis Ford Coppola's Megalopolis overstepped opus is equal parts stimulating and slapdash. So I'm going to read a good review and a bad review. This is from Kat Sachs of Chicago Reader. She says, I liked it. It has what's missing from contemporary multiplex fare. Originality, ambition, metal. And that's what I turned to Coppola for. And this is, I'm going to try to find a really good one because I saw some really good ones earlier. Okay. This from Callan Cooper, Center on Film. He goes, Megalopolis is bloated, pretentious rubbish, dumpster fire of histrionic vaunting, broken up by the occasional, albeit heavily green screened, moment of visual intrigue. Which you like the visual intrigue in this?
I liked it. It was intriguing.
I didn't like this movie, guys. I thought it was pretty much garbage.
You said that 6 times in a row now.
It's a deeply personal film.
Either you give a detail of why you didn't like it, or stop saying it's just. You can't just say this movie's shit, guys.
I've been saying why I didn't like. I didn't say why I didn't like.
This movie shit, guys. You can't just keep saying that over and over and over.
But it is a.
We get it, Chris. You didn't like it.
It's a deeply personal film for FSC, like Neil said. It's a movie that
show me on the doll where this movie touched you.
It found places I didn't know were bad.
Seriously, you're getting completely like, man.
This is gonna be.
I feel like this movie hurts you in a way. Do you need a? I'm sorry, I'm not there to give you a hug, man. Next time I see you, I'll give you a big hug, and I'll be like, we went to Arkansology. We went
to Arkansology chaperone, and she just got back, so I'm excited to see her. But all right. This is a movie. Next week we're talking about Wolves and
Wolves with Brad Pitt and George Clooney. So it's gonna be
and Joker
cool.
fully of dicks. But
gosh dang it! I hope it's decent. I hope it's a good time and people had a good time making it.
I'm gonna come in there and say Mr. J, but we're not gonna do that.
That's not the Harley Quinn they have. I mean, it's like at least people are being different with the Harley Quinn character now. Like they're giving her different.
But you like the Mr. J, right? You like that.
Yeah, Tara Strong, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Mr. J, Mr. J. originally she was just supposed to be a one-off, and then everybody they got so much. This is like right back when the internet was just starting to go, and they got so much love off of like chat rooms and stuff like that of the Harley Quinn character that they made her a permanent character on the show.
Some girls who's like, fuck the shit out of her.
It probably was. There's probably one of those weirdos that's always like, I want it. Oh, can you draw her feet for me? I need you to draw her
bunch
feet.
Of gross dudes on there, just sweaty, sweaty, like 400-pound dudes. Like, oh man, what I do to that? All right.
It happens all the time. That's like the weird thing. This is why I love you, and some people just freak me out, like especially when we go to like Comic Cons or these wrestling events and stuff like that I go to and stuff, and then like random guy A that I have never met, never talked to, never had a single word of conversation. For some reason, I just look like that dude that you can come up to and be like, I'll put a finger in her butt. Like why? Why do you come up and say that to me? Like, why are these things like in public? Why do we like either that or they always yell at me Smash Mouth or Guy Fieri? And it's like, come on, guys. We're at this point.
I'm sorry to hear that. But you did that. You have a picture with Guy Fieri, don't you?
Yeah, I tell people I usually like that.
But I do know that you told me this taco restaurant's kind of shitty. The one downtown.
Oh yeah, that was nasty. Those tacos came out like they're cold. How do I wait 25 minutes for tacos that are cold?
Yeah, you're like this isn't Flavor Town. This is opposite
this
Flavor Town.
This ain't Flavor Town, dude. I can literally go home and crank this out 10 times better than half.
I'm gonna go to Taco Bell and get myself hot tacos.
Yeah, Taco Bell would have been better. I like my Taco Bell though.
I like Taco Bell too. It's not that bad, right?
Yeah, I saw some Taco Bell button-ups on Temu the other day. I was thinking about buying one. I'll represent Taco Bell. It's like
I guess we better get out of here.
Yeah, we're out of here, guys. Chris,
you can find us all it was on SetNet. We're at Facebook.com/podcast. We're at X podcast. Instagram is a podcast. We're at www.team.com. W2 immoviesnet.com. You find us there on the bunch of really cool podcasts. Also, we're on Patreon.com/suck. We're on Blackwood Dash Productions at TeePublic. You'll find shirts there, like one Neil's wearing. Right? That's TeePublic, right?
No, this ain't TeePublic. This one I got made off of a website.
Special.
Yeah.
If you guys want a sticker, like the ones I have in this package, just send us a message. I'll pay for postage. It'll be free. Free stickers, free shit.
Free stickers. Just put a message into any board on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, on Twitter.
If you want more,
if you want to send a pigeon to Chris's house, his address is 7747 South Jackson Street.
But if you guys seriously, if you guys want more, just let me know. When I just ask you use those extra stickers, post them where you think people will see them, because we only get to write out that we've been doing the podcast for 5 years. We haven't received a
5 years. I know, man. We love doing it, though. We're having a good time doing it.
Yeah.
It releases our demons so we don't get yelled at. Because, if not, we're going to just be like at a random gas station and go up to a guy and be like, hey, did you see the last movie?
You guys see that the thing I'm pointing at right here? The QR code up there? That's if you guys want to support us.
Oh yeah, money. There's money. Money.
Yeah, so you see the top left-hand screen. You guys can help us out there, or just send us a fucking email saying you like us. That really makes my day. But other than that, Neil, what are your small businesses? How do we help out people?
Oh, if you got a small business, let us know. Send us the information anytime to me, to Chris, and just say, hey, support these bastards. And we'll be like, yes, we will support these bastards, to our thousands of listeners and our millions of followers.
Are you ready out here?
I guess, yeah. I gotta go eat. I guess. Oh yeah, I'm going to Atlanta in the morning. Woo-hoo.
Oh yeah. How long you been
gone? Till Sunday. It's just a couple days.
Okay.
That's another episode of Movies Don't Suck and Some Do. My name's Neil.
I'm Chris.
And remember, guys, if you ever meet a nice, lovely old couple that wants you to live right next to them, don't take the tea they give you, or you might wake up with the son of Satan in your tum. Have a good night.
Okay.
Thank you. Who is it? 22 people. 22 people. Hey, all 22 people that are watching
what's
this
up, guys?
wonderful podcast at this time. Thank you for being a part of the show. Remember, the chat part is available on all. We can see them all. So if you chat on Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook, we can see you talking and we can talk back to you. So you can yell at each other.
I'll wait till we're done.
What?
I'll wait till we're done to bring.
All right.
See,